Hi, I'm Jake Zimmerman, and we're here on a breezy winter morning in Shenzhen, China. Now, my goal is to be a financial flashlight and eliminate the shadows that exist in the personal financial world. Most of us work very hard for our money, but wouldn't it be nice if we could have our money working hard, if not harder for us? That's why I'm here, to illuminate so you can ruminate. Now, what better concept to start with than what Einstein referred to as the most powerful force in the universe? And for the fellow foreigners here in China, no, surprisingly, it's not hot water. It's compound interest.
Now, perhaps the most famous testimony to the power of compound interest is that of American founding father Benjamin Franklin. Now, there are various versions of this story floating around out there, but the core of it is this. In 1790, when Franklin passed, he left a gift of 1,000 pounds, or the equivalent to 4,444 USD back in the day, to each of his two favorite cities, Boston and Philadelphia. Now, quick side note, we've divided all the rice amounts by 10 for this visual example. Otherwise, we need bathtubs full of rice. So 4,444 is represented by 444 grains of rice for Boston, as well as for Philadelphia. Now, Franklin stipulated that this amount be invested in ways that would garner about a 5% annual yield and could be withdrawn upon after two specific dates, 100 years and 200 years after his death. So, let's fast forward 100 years, and due to the power of compound interest, this amount in Philadelphia has now grown to 100,000 US dollars and 400,000 US dollars for Boston prior to any disbursements. Now, the amounts differ in each city due to different investment strategies and financial paths, but that's a whole other story about well-disciplined and researched plans. About 70% of the funds were withdrawn for various causes, museums, libraries, schools, what have you. The remaining amount was left in to continue growing. So, let's fast forward another 100 years. And this is where things get interesting. This amount has now grown to 2 million US dollars in Philadelphia, and a whopping 4.5 million US dollars plus, give or take, 5 or 10 ants for Boston. Now, I know the rice amounts will be scrutinized, but the point is this. Something small, something tiny, is now grown into something substantial, robust. This is a plethora of rice. Go ahead, check it out. It's the real deal, thanks to compound interest. Premium short grain rice. That is some scrumptious premium rice. Now, let's relate this to savings. Had Benjamin decided to invest in a simple interest-paying vehicle, that 8,888 USD would have grown to be less than $100,000. And this isn't even accounting for the fact that 70% of the funds were withdrawn after 100 years. That's because simple interest vehicles only is paying a fixed amount of interest month after month, year after year, whatever the payment structure is. With compound interest, you're getting an interest amount on that initial principal, as well as interest from previous payments. It's exponential. Think of it as a snowball rolling down a hill. Now, obviously we don't have 200 years to let our investments and savings grow, but the underlying point is this. The longer you have compound interest working in your favor, the larger the benefits will become. It's exponential. And as our good lad Benjamin Franklin once stated, those who understand compound interest, they earn it. Those who do not, well, they pay it. You hungry? So now that we are able to actually visualize how powerful compound interest can be, how can we properly harness that power? It's one thing to understand the concept, it's another to actively utilize it. We'll tackle that next time on Financial Flashlight.
Innovations harm during the production.
国家不行，
这个字
然后我国家不行。
Okay. Alright, so I'm making this. When it comes up,